Hi Aquarius, welcome back. So Aquarius, this is going to be your October reading. It is a general reading, so it's not going to be for all of you, but if it does resonate, please do like, share, and subscribe. Also, you can check out my social media account links and my website down below, as well as my merchandise. If you're looking for a tarot shirt with your zodiac sign on it or a hoodie, you can get it there, all right? So let's get started, Aquarius. You know what's really interesting is I never ever do more than one take for a reading. I just don't. Whatever comes out, comes out. But I got through the introduction part of your reading, Aquarius, twice now. So like the first 30 seconds. And both times I had a distraction and had to stop the recording and restart it. So I don't know if there is like interruptions going on in your schedule or an interruption in the flow of things, but I feel like that's kind of what I'm feeling is a little bit of like disruptive type of energy, which is really interesting because the overall energy cards that came out for you when I was shuffling was the card of the flow, which it talks about just that, going with the flow. It talks about the rhythm of life, you know, going with, going with the grain as opposed to against the grain. Talks about ease. And I feel, even though that card is out, I feel like there is a block there and or interruptions in that during this time period, the month of October. And I feel like the other card that came out was the North Node of Destiny. So to me, pulling all of that together, including the cards and what I'm feeling, is I feel like there may be moments in October, Aquarius, where you feel that you are going off your path, you know, or that you're not feeling in the flow or in alignment. And it might be easy for you to believe like you have fallen, off the path that you're meant to be on, or that you're going backwards when you're trying to go forwards. But I guess the overall message here is that all these perceived obstacles that may come your way in the month of October are not a deviation from your path. They are part of your path. And so I feel that message really strong. And I feel like a lot of you need to be reminded of that, or will need to be reminded of that in the month of October. Because also this card is about the soul school and learning curves. You know, we learn by making mistakes, honestly. Almost everything I've learned in my life, the big lessons, the hard lessons, were by failing or by being thrown a curveball or falling on my face. I mean, quite honestly, that's when you learn, you know, don't touch that because it's hot. Don't give your heart to that kind of person. They'll break it. You know, those types of lessons. Like, I feel that we sometimes think like that is to our detriment, but it's actually to our betterment to go through that because it makes us stronger. And I have a song in my head already. And I think it's Kanye West. Better, faster, stronger. That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. Need to hurry up now. Okay, that was like way off key, but you know what song I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up. I don't know the name of it. I'm gonna go listen to that song. I like that song. Anyways, that was a side note. So yeah, I feel that message. What's really interesting is, like I said, I started the recording and stopped it twice before this, and I didn't feel that. It wasn't until the third try that I really got the message clearly about what this is about. And as I'm talking to you, Aquarius, what comes out? The Tower, followed by the Page of Cups. Well, if we're talking about disruptions, the Tower is a disruption, right? So I feel like Aquarius, that's exactly what I was talking about. There may be some unexpected things that come about during the month of October, you know, and I feel that it's like clearing the way for you to have some sort of new beginning or new connection or reconnection, something to do with that. I feel that regardless, you're going to keep your groundedness during this time period. So you also had the Queen of Pentacles, and this is falling in your energy. So I feel that Aquarius, come what may, this month, you're going to handle it with grace and with poise, whether you're male or female, you know? So I feel like, yeah, there may be a lot of distractions, a lot of interruptions, a lot of instability. But I feel like there's almost like there's a softness to you this month, Aquarius. You're not coming out as the Queen of Swords. That doesn't mean you're not going to keep your logical mind, but I feel that you're going to handle things with more empathy or show more empathy than you typically would, I feel. Because it's a very take care type of mentality, type of energy, type of vibe. So I feel like if things, get chaotic this month, your approach will be, or should be, calm and empathetic. And I feel like most of you are going to be in that flow. You know what I'm saying? This is like a perfect representation of understanding that no matter what goes on around us, no matter how people treat us, how we let that affect us and how we respond to it is always within our control. It takes an immense amount of control to be able to do that. It takes an immense amount of emotional intelligence to not bite back, to not respond with anger from anger, you know? And I feel that Aquarius, you're going to be embodying that during this time period. So, I mean, I like it. I don't like that the Tower is here, but I feel at the same time you will handle it with grace. I also feel that there's this very youthful, like, inner child energy here. So, Aquarius, I feel to some degree or another, whatever is going on during this time period, it is somehow reconnecting you with that inner child within you, okay? Page of Cups here. So that you can be bigger and stronger, so that you can push forward and be more of the Queen of Pentacles energy. I do feel if there is disruptions and it's caused by another person in specific, there will be like this person will feel apologetic. And for some reason, I don't feel that's your energy, even though I'm picking up only your energy to start the reading. But it could be vice versa. So, and I picked that up in your last reading. So go check that reading out, because I think the title of it was called The Apology. So interesting energy. I'll clarify that more in a little bit. Going into the month, you have the Ace of Wands here and the Hierophant. Okay. So Aquarius, I feel like lots of creative energy here, lots of creative new ideas. The Hierophant is someone who is following the higher road, taking the higher road. If somebody's trying to engage you in conflict this month, it ain't gonna happen. In fact, I feel like if somebody tries to engage you in conflict this month, Aquarius, they'll be shocked by your approach. Because I think someone may come at you with anger or being upset or might be nasty or something like that towards you. And I think that your response is going to be surprising to them, and that the response that you'll give is going to be calm and empathetic, you know. I feel like you'll be soft towards someone who's not expecting you to be soft, but not a pushover either, because you have the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant, although, you know, tries to do the right thing, is certainly not a pushover type of energy. This is a fixed energy here. So I feel that. I honestly feel that. I think that that's, you know, what you're trying to do this month. I also feel like it's going to be important for you to stick to your own moral, ethical boundaries during this time period, because you might have situations or people that test that, because I do see the Ace of Wands as a test type of energy in this deck. And so it's like, you know, don't allow people to get into that space and interrupt that flow that I talked about earlier. But like I said earlier, I do see a possibility of new connections here, whether that's love or work. Some of you both. So let's go further into it. Yeah, the Hanged Man. I feel that's your energy, Aquarius. You're just kind of like hanging back. Like, come what may. I just feel that you're kind of unbothered. You know, it's like the house is burning down around you, and you're just sitting there like, I'm fine, darling. I'm fine. But I honestly feel it's not an act. I feel internally you do feel fine. So Aquarius, it's a great energy to have. So I did want to know a little bit more about the Tower, and then I'm going to go into the person you're dealing with, if you are dealing with someone and you want to know more about that. But first, let me clarify here. Okay, so I don't mean to be distracted, and I do have ADD, but there is a bright red butterfly that keeps flying outside my window. And it has like black dots on it. Almost looks like a ladybug. So that might be significant to someone, but the Tower. What is that? Oh, please. That is exactly what I was talking about. The Six of Pentacles is with the Tower. So that's the energy of somebody thinking the worst, fearing the worst, I feel, out of you, Aquarius, or trying to get the worst out of you. And in return, I feel that you're generous towards this person. Yeah. So, yeah, the Six of Pentacles come out here. I wanted to know why the Tower. So this is also a caution about where you give your energy to. So I feel that Aquarius, it'll be important not to overgive. I feel that because of the state of mind or energy that you're in that I just described, it may be easy to overgive during this time period, and so that's definitely a caution. But I feel like you're surprising, you know, people probably this month as far as your generosity and the fact that you're able to juggle so much. Because I feel like, Aquarius, you have a lot on your plate. You have a lot going on. But at the same time, I think that you're trying to take time out for each respective area or person in your life and be present in the moment. And like I said, doing it with grace. It's a beautiful energy, honestly. So I like that for you, Aquarius. Love it. Now I'm going to go into the second part of the reading. If you are only interested in your energy, what you're dealing with during this time frame, then that's where the reading ends. If you have someone in your life and you're wondering what they're feeling or going through during this time period, then this is where the reading continues. So, person Aquarius is dealing with. Woo. So, Aquarius, the person you're dealing with has the Five of Swords as their energy coming into this time period. Then it goes into the Five of Wands. Lots of conflict going on with this person. And then the Sun card. That's an interesting combination there. I feel like whoever this is that you're dealing with, they might have a lot of inner turmoil going on in regards to a situation in their life or in regards to you. There's also like a competitive vibe here, whether that person feels that they're in competition with you and or that they are like just like a competitive personality, period, or that there's competition surrounding the situation. Something to do with that. I feel like this person has learned from the past in the respect that try as they might to get the upper hand on the situation, I feel that it always ended up in not what they truly wanted. All right, and so I feel that this person actually ended up putting themselves in a situation where they no longer have an in with you, for some of you. For others of you, it's that this person has learned from past defeats that going against the grain is counterproductive as opposed to going with the grain. Because I feel like what this person is searching for right now is the Sun energy, which is happiness, comfort, optimism, hoping for that, wishing for that, wanting that, followed by the Ace of Pentacles, commitment, comfort. Comfort either in career or love or with you. So I feel that they start out this energy, this time period, in a really nasty energy. And I actually feel this is past energy, but it can be present. And like this one-upping type of like, why? This is how I feel. This is going to make somebody mad. You're a cross-watcher. But like with these two cards together, I feel like this person is trying to bait you, trying to get a reaction out of you, trying to see if you're paying attention by like pushing buttons. And if I push this button, what does the Aquarius do? Okay. And then if I push this button, what does the Aquarius do? Like, it's like a bait and switch. You know, some of them with ill intentions, some of them with good intentions. But that's what I feel here. And I feel like all it's done is create more and more and more and more distance by doing this type of behavior, okay? So I feel that they're letting that go because they want to be in the Sun energy. They want positivity, a good change. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. You had a card pop out. So I do feel that they're moving past it. The other reason I feel that they're moving past it is they had 2 6s come out. So they go from the 5 to the 6, right? They actually had 3 5s out. 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So going from like this inner turmoil, like competitive, and then kind of looking, you know, like playing that game of like, how can I get a reaction? Okay, let me check. Did that work? No, that didn't work. And then I saw that on your side too, that this month somebody's going to try and get a reaction here. Or they may get, you know, their foot in or create some type of instability here. But I feel like they're going to be really surprised with your reaction. Because I don't think your reaction is going to be anger. I don't think your reaction is going to be vengeful. I think your reaction is either going to be nothing and or somewhat empathetic to the situation. And I feel like that has this person, it forces them to switch their energy. Okay, and I don't know how else to put that. And I feel like, yeah, then it goes into the Sun card. I actually think that makes this person pretty happy, even though I think that they were trying to cause trouble. They may see you happy and they, you know, don't really care for that. You might have some haters watching your reading, Aquarius. Just kidding. But, you know, like they don't want to see you do good, and so they're trying to insert, you know, poke the bear, see if they get a reaction. But it doesn't work, you know. It's not going to work, not in October. So then I feel like it switches their energy. So I feel that this person they're in a nostalgic type of vibe, especially towards the end of the month. Okay, 6 of Cups is like looking into the past memories. But yet at the same time, they are moving forward here, 6 of Swords, you know. I think that this person is to the point where they are now distancing themselves, or they will be. So they may try to get a few reactions out of you. When they see it doesn't work, then I feel like their future energy is going to be like to distance again, or distance, period. But I feel that in a way, it puts them in a good energy to do that. Like, I feel like they may have some new beginnings here with the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities to find happiness, to have commitment. And even though they may have regrets of the past or still look back on this situation, I feel that they will have regrets. And or, like, if you're not talking to this person, they miss you. And for others of you, they just kind of like, I don't know, they dwell on the past sometimes, whether that's good or bad. But I feel that this person is moving into a more committed type of vibe, which I like. So let's go back to the overall energy then. The overall energy I felt was the flow and destiny. And I felt a lot of interruptions in that. And I feel like whoever the person you're dealing with is this month will have some part in that disruption, okay? So I feel it's purposeful. You know, I don't think it's, I feel it's purposeful. But then they kind of go into, like I said, a better, well-intended energy towards the end of this time period. I think that this person will end up taking the high road because they know that that's the only way that they're going to come out of this cycle, is to do that. Because I think Aquarius at this point, they've exhausted most of their options. So what's the only remaining option? It's either move on, move forward, or come correct, right? And so I had the Hierophant as their last card. I had the Hierophant in yours. That's matching your energy. So it's like if sometimes we teach people how to treat us in the way that we treat them. And I feel like that's exactly what this situation is about. In fact, I might title this that. You teach others how to treat you by what you allow, and then how you react to them. And your reaction and what you're allowing is so vastly different than how this person is trying to come at you. They literally have no choice now, or in October, to do anything but change. Period. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with during this time period. I have Taurus here, Leo. Taurus again, Scorpio, possibility of a Pisces, another Aquarius. Yep. That's the predominant zodiac signs I have, but it certainly could be, and I have Virgo at the bottom of the deck, Capricorn, if I didn't say that. But those could be placements in your chart or the person's chart you're dealing with. Going to be different for all of you. Keep that in mind. Either way, I wish you the very, very best, Aquarius. And please do check out my social media links. Can't talk. And leave me a comment and a like. Till next time. Namaste.